Assalamu alaikum everyone. So welcome back and let's talk about Bitcoin. I think there are some few things I'm going to talk about it this time. And Bitcoin still is on an uptrend, number one, right? So there is no any start of bear market just yet. There is no any death crosses as people are saying. We're still in an uptrend. We're still in a very good positive move with Bitcoin, right? And right now we're bouncing off, $80,000, and I think that if you look at the MACD, we're starting a bullish cross, and the MACD is at the lowest you can actually end up buying Bitcoin. So it is almost like how Bitcoin was consolidating here. I could expect a small consolidation, and that's just pretty much it. Okay, all right, maybe now that you're sitting at 91k, come down a little bit to 83 and then start to go back up again. But if you look at MACD, it's looking beautiful. And just look at this little bit of a cross going on the daily time frame right there. I'm actually gonna double click this, expand it. Just a beautiful cross started for the MACD. It's a very simple indicator, the OG, the very old, best amazing indicator MACD, which is coming handy right now. That's the whole point. And if you want to join our private as well, you can do that. We have just 3 more days to close December entries here. So yep, we're still open up for that. And now that we have some discount, maybe I could actually select 1 or 2 coin to tell you which one you can enter maybe. And when Bitcoin starts to recover, because signs are coming in, right? This is the first cross we're having, and that is a beautiful one. So the green has also appeared. After how many days is this? After 4th of November, the green bars are appearing, the cross is appearing. That's a very good indicator right there. Okay, the RSI is also pretty much at the lowest place, so we have breathing room to actually start to go and see this RSI moving higher, and the MACD also potentially coming back up again until we don't start to get the cross and the RSI coming down one more time. Maybe in January, maybe in Q1, somewhere down the road next year, we could actually start to get a little bit more bearish, maybe in March or something like that. And that's the daily, and that looks really good on for me right now. And we have the monthly time frame, and this is where things get maybe a little bit more interesting. So with the monthly time frame, I think I've actually posted this one image before, and that is for Bitcoin. So the description says that the fact is, since 2023, when Bitcoin started its uptrend and broke previous all-time high of 69k, it has never backtested 20 EMA on the monthly. After 2023, this is the first time Bitcoin has bounced off the 20 EMA. If Bitcoin went to 69k, it will visit 55. When the 10 and 20 EMA start to cross, that will be the early sign of a real bear market. So we're still not done with this uptrend, and basically you can see that Bitcoin on the monthly, because the last place you want to actually visit to confirm the start of a real bear market is, to me, is going to be the monthly. And especially, do you see this yellow and the pink and then the 55, which is like the violet color EMA? So basically, now that you're bouncing off the 20, the pink line here, you actually you could actually expect a move to the upside from this point onwards and continue even higher than 126,000k. Maybe after all, that 200k is not very far. And even if you, let's say, crash down to that like violet color line in here, even if you actually ended up touching 60k, well, that could be a very big drop. But the thing is, it will still not be a bear market session unless you don't really start to see the 10 and the 20 eventually start to cross themselves and finally even cross the third line as well. Then you could actually say that, oh man, things are looking super bad. But if you look at Bitcoin, and if I zoom out a little bit, from 15,000 and where do you see where we started to get above the lines themselves, right? So when you got above the line, you actually backtested the 20 one time here, you almost touch it right there, and now you're bouncing off it and you're still closing. Like, there's only 3 days left for November to close above the line, and if you do close above the line, and then the next month you actually end up being green, which is expected, and that's why I actually showed you the daily time frame RSI, because odds are December should be green because of how the RSI is now turning green. It's printing a green bar and we're starting to make a cross, and MACD has been at the lowest that it has been. Like, it hasn't been this low after 2021. This is the lowest that the RSI has ever actually been. Sorry, not the RSI, the MACD. Even the RSI has been at a very, very low. So I don't really think the way these are looking, we're expecting any more move to the downside at all. Right? And that's it for Bitcoin update today. I'm going to see you the next one. Office.